Yo, what's going on, guys? Top 10 World of Warcraft add-ons. Let's go. Right, ElvUi, without a shadow of a doubt, my most favorite add-on ever. And I mean that in like any game ever. It's a complete overhaul of the UI, gives it a nice, fresh, modern look. But the thing that makes this amazing is just its level of customization, and the options are just almost never ending. You can spend a lot of time with this, really tweaking it to exactly how you want it to look. You know, your minimap, your buffs and debuffs, your unit frames, your party frames. It's just crazy how much tweaking you can do with this. On wego.io, where you grab your WealAuras from, there's a lot of people out there putting their profiles for ElvUi as well. So if you don't want to spend the time tweaking it yourself, you can just upload somebody's profile. Mine is available as well on one of my other videos, so definitely check that out. But ElvUi is top one favorite add-on ever. Next up, we've got SUI, which is another UI overhaul, or skin, if you will. This one retains a bit more of the classic Blizzard style UI, but you still get some nice customization options. You can change your textures, you can have class colors, change your fonts and all that jazz. It's just a little bit less involved than ElvUi. And then we've got the daddy, WealAuras, you know, pretty much the daddy of add-ons in World of Warcraft. It's a bit of a must-have for me. All the other ones are going to be pretty much optional, and you know, they're nice, but this is a bit of a must-have. You got your stuff like your class pack, you got stuff like Haldu's Dragonfly Helper, which I'll talk about shortly, your raid and dungeon packs. The list is, and the options are pretty endless, to be honest. So head on over to wego.io, check out the World of Warcraft section, and there's a whole feast of packs that you can import. Just like Pedro, possibly my most favourite WealAura of all time. And when you get Bloodlust going, you get Pedro. Narcissus, a insanely beautiful reimagining of the character sheet. It doesn't do anything else apart from that. It's just beautiful character sheet, full screen. Really nice to use. Love it. It gives you some more aesthetically pleasing tooltips as well. And it does also add onto your equipment manager your talent window as well. So it makes it just a little bit easier and quicker to swap your talent loadouts as you're swapping your gear loadout as well. And then another nice small little add-on is talent tree tweaks. It just tweaks the talent trees. It gives you your specialization options in the bottom here. You've got transparency that you can play around with, and also when you go into your talent loadouts, you get this little preview window of you know, if you're changing something, it's going to show you what talents are about to change, which is super useful. And then we've got something called Cursor Trail, which, as you can see on my screen, adds a little trail to your cursor. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's super useful, especially in like M+ and in raids, especially if you're doing like ground targeting and stuff like that, you know, and you lose your cursor. This just keeps it there. So, you know, it's always there. It's got a nice little almost boatload of options you can choose. You can change the shape, the size, the glow, etc, etc. Really nice little add-on. Love it. Adibags kind of changes the appearance of your bags, funnily enough. Groups everything into little sections. Particularly useful is the gear section, where any gear sets that you've got saved, it will group the gear into that, so you know not to delete it. You do have some customization options available. You can do a little bit of minimal theming, but also you can, where is it now? Currency. You can also change which currencies appear at the bottom for whatever you're tracking at that moment in time. Super, super easy, super convenient, and super, super helpful. Right, now I know this next one isn't necessarily an add-on, but it's something that I've come to not be able to live without, to be honest. It's Haldu's Dragonflight Helper. And obviously I'm assuming that they'll be updating this for the War within the next month or two. It's incredibly useful. It's incredibly customizable. It just keeps track of everything, really, on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis. So you got like your weekly tasks. It will fill your vault for you and show you what you've got in your vault. It will track all your crests, all your different currencies. Incredibly, incredibly useful. Love it. And just as a little tip for Haldu, if you do decide to use it and grab it from Wago, if you head on over to custom options within the WealAuras, and just make sure hide completed is checked. So as you're working your way through your weekly quests, it'll remove them from your list to reduce the size of the WealAuras. And then another small but nice, useful little add-on that I've come to love. It's called Pawn. Now, what this is especially when you're gearing up, even more importantly, if it's a new character and you're leveling up, it will give you a little indication as to whether the gear that you've just picked up is going to be an improvement of what you've already got. The thing I find the most useful, especially because I play a lot of different alts, is just the gems section, and it will just tell me what are the best gems for my spec. So I don't have to go trawling through Wowhead or whatever. Super, super useful. You can also compare 2 items as well, and it will tell you which one's best, and it will compare it to what is equipped in that slot as well. So super, super useful. Doesn't eliminate, but it's, if you're in a rush and you haven't got the time to go and sim yourself, this can be really, really useful. And Hekili, I don't know how you say it, but it's a great add-on. It's a rotation helper. Don't use it all the time. Don't be lazy. But if you're learning a new class, it is incredibly helpful to learn your rotation. You can move these around to wherever you want. It will show you your cooldowns and your interrupts and all that sort of stuff. But it's just a really nice, concise way to sort of get your head around a new class. But like I say, don't fall into the trap of using this on a daily basis. All right then, so there you have it, guys. My top 10 add-ons for World of Warcraft. What do you think? What are your favourites? Jump down in the comments and let me know. If you like the video, be sure to like and subscribe. And apart from that, my guys, I will catch you on the next one. Peace.